Hi everyone, so welcome to this week's life hack, and it's a topic I promised a long time ago I would come back to, and it's one of dreams. Dreams are such an important part of my life practice, and whether you remember your dreams or not, they are such an incredible inner landscape that we can learn to work with and harmonize and use them as an incredible way of getting insight into what's really going on in our subconscious, in our soul, in our emotions, beyond the protective patterns that our brains have of inserting filters and blinds. So last night, I'm down here at my parents' house right now, and you can hear chickens in the background, and I'm out by the little stream that's at the bottom of their garden, and this is a place where my stepfather comes to meditate in the morning and integrate his sleep space with his day world. And so I thought I'd come down here today to do the same thing. Last night I had dreams that seemed scattered, but now I sit down here and contemplate them. They seem to be fragments of the day world that I am struggling to integrate. So sometimes when we have dreams, it's easy to brush them off. It's easy to ignore them and just say, oh, that was just a mess. That was just my brain trying to sort its life out when I was sleeping. But often that's not the case. And often there's a mirror there of some real metaphorical clues into what you might be experiencing in your day-to-day life but not paying attention to. So my dreams last night were a mix of forest and city. They were a mix of nature and business. They were a mix of what seemed to be polarities. And when I woke up, they really had no meaning to me immediately. And yet now when I sit down here and I sit in nature, and yet I contemplate the houses, the city, I realize I'm on a margin, I'm on an edge and a boundary between what seem like separate worlds, but they're actually not. How the wild, natural law of the forest and the rain that's now coming down also infiltrates the wild, natural law of our human systems and our communities. Perhaps not in such an obvious way, but it's there nonetheless, because we all live on Gaia. As I sit here in the rain, I realize that I would have once been resistant to this and run for cover to try and escape it, but now I sit here and just let it fall on me as I do this video. And perhaps that's some of the true meaning of my dreams last night, is just allowing seeming polarities, like dry and wet, good and bad, light and dark, to just be, without trying to control them, without trying to make anything happen. Just sit on the boundary between worlds and notice what's happening. So in this hack, I invite you to be with your dreams, not try and interpret them, not try and look them up, not try and necessarily even share them with someone who will just put their story on your dream, but just be with them. Allow your dreams to work you throughout the day. Just contemplate them. See what deeper meanings they reveal or not. And sometimes that process can take weeks, months. Sometimes I even remember a dream that I had years ago and it will come back and give me new meaning. And if you wish to be traditional and write them down or record them as you wake up, then do so. But equally, if you wake up and remember them and then forget, no biggie. There's no real right or wrong way to do this. As Einstein once said, dreams are the preview to life's future events. Perhaps the dream space is more real than the day world, as some people would have you believe. But I'll leave that up to you and your story. See you next week.